Well, hello everybody. It's when I feel like it o'clock. I'm Pearl of Wisdom, and you're listening to my NHL Pearls of Wisdom, coming to you live from Helen's Place, of course. Yeah, we just had some coffee, had some chill time, and talked about the good old day. It was lovely. Yesterday, I hit my parlay again. Yeah, so I'm going to post those over on the Patreon, which I'll put down there. I'm not going to talk too much more about that. Just going to put that down there. You go over there. We're going to do some contests and stuff. We're going to have some contests here. Thinking about something to do with a parlay contest where everybody picks a parlay and then it's like an elimination type thing or something like that. If you have other ideas that you might find exciting, please put them in the comment section. We'd love to have you. Okay, we got a lot of stuff. The people are coming back into the comment section again, and I'm very thankful for that. I'm enjoying it immensely. I wrote down a few. Oh yeah, here we go. No, just let me find it. There we go. I found it. Okay, so Blue Colonial. This is why I like the comment section. Helps out a lot. He said, Blue Colonial went, why Red Wings though? Howard in net. Well, and I answered back to him, well, I didn't know that. I thought Bernier was going to be in net yesterday. I was hearing pretty confidently that he was going to be in net. That's why I was leaning Red Wings on the PL. But when I found out Howard was in, I went against that. So if you watched my video yesterday and you didn't know that, you would be saying, why? Just like what he said. So I faded it because when we found out Howard was in net. And I know there's places out there where you can go find out this information yourself, and that's great. If you do find out that information, let everybody know. Sometimes people are in their middle of their nap. And how are they going to know? They're not going to know. So they're going to get up from their nap and they're going to look on Perlo's page, and they don't need to go to all the other places. They can just go right here. One shop, everything, all the information you need right down in the bottom of our comment section. Right? There you go. That's why I like people like Blue Colonial, who I'll be throwing some pearls to today. Here we go. What else? Hublove said, I got my pearls. My little bro found a few as well while walking to my house. And that happens sometimes. Sometimes the pearls get a little, they're like, when geese go whatever way they go where you live, and they got to take a break. Sometimes they got to take a break. So that's what happens. And then your little bro picked them up and helped them along so they didn't have to do the rest of the trip. And that's awesome. Thank you, Hublove, for your comments down there. We love you, buddy. Okay, Doug Masta. There was a lot of people that did well, and they post their picks down there all the time. Curtis Davis and Richie Rich, Joe Johnson, Dave Reed, I believe, Doug Reed, and Richie Rich says he's very busy right now, so we were going to have to wait for him to get some time, but lots of people down there that do. But Doug Masta did a Capitals ML, Bruins ML, Mrazek to make 27 saves, goalie props. I talked to Mrazek about it, are really very good, very lucrative for sure. And then a Caps Bruins parlay to boot. So he made some mad pearls, and I wanted to just advertise that to everybody. Doug does that quite often. He's very astute at his picks, I find. So wanted to give you a bit of a shout out, my friend. Sharif Tankard said he is low on pearls, and we know when that happens what we do. So we're going to do that in just 1 second. Be nice. He posted, bro, ... You, man. I think that's what it said. You, like that. I think that's what he was going with there. ... Creepy. Yeah. Doesn't really explain himself. So if you could explain down there what you meant by that, because, everybody has a different perception. And if there's anybody that agrees with that, please let me know. I don't really want to be getting off creepy on people. So just let me know. Thanks. So we got, who we got? We got, I think we'll go with Blue Colonial and Sharif Tankard today for, because he's low. So I'll get some, I get a right to ST and BC, so we know. I'll just put them all together, but they know where to go. So we're gonna send them off to you right now. Ooh. Sometimes they like hit people in the head. You think they would have like a honing system or something to go around stuff, but that person was surprised. Oh my. Okay, well, they'll get there eventually. You let me know where they landed. And we are going to go now to the picks for today. Probably should do that since this is a NHL pick show. Yeah, good idea, right? Okay, so yesterday, oh, by the way, I forgot to say, yesterday we did the afternoon picks, so you can check them out. I'll put it in the comment section. You can watch what the afternoon picks are quickly before the games start, which is going to be right away. So we're going to start with the Blues and the Jets. And Blues coming off a game against the Oilers. Watch that game. The Oilers played just extremely well, and Koskinen played well. The Blues did not play poorly, but Tippett is just such a fantastic coach. Now, coming off a back-to-back, the Jets played well against the Bruins as well. But it's the Hullebuck net thing I'm concerned about here. And Jets being at home, Blues have been on a road trip for a while. They're a good road trip team, but I'm just kind of leaning to the Jets about 3-1. One thing I would take here is the under for sure. I really like oh, that's right. Binnington's going to be in net. Binnington has looked shaky since Allen has started to push for his playing time. He's kind of a cocky kid, and I think it's starting to affect him a little bit because cockiness generally comes from insecurity. So you do well when you feel like you're on the top, but when somebody topples you a little bit, things can get shaky. That's all part of the growth process, though, right? Right. So anyways, that being said, I take the Jets 3-1. Leafs versus the Sens. I think Anderson's going to be in net and Hutchinson in net for the Leafs. That being said, the Sens have they're doing the best they can, but their defense is getting tired. They've got a lot of players playing defense. Like Ron Hainsey's like, 72 years old or something like that. There's a lot of guys getting tired on that defense. Boriecki probably shouldn't be playing as many minutes as he has all year. Zaitsev, he might be the only guy there that really has the physical ability to go through a grind and play as many minutes as he has, and Shabbat. But besides that, they're looking really tired. I'm going to take the Leafs here. I'm going to say probably about 5-2. Rangers versus the Wings. I mentioned that yesterday, that I found out Howard was out, so I didn't take the Wings. I hear Picard here, so I think I'd be going Max Pearls on the Rangers in ML, or however way you want to do it. Stars versus the Devils. I got to roll with the Stars. Blackwood didn't look good his last outing. I don't think that's going to stay that way. I'm not really a fan of the fact that Ropo Hintz is still not in the lineup because they're really not strong in the middle. And when they got Pavelski there, I wasn't sold on that. He's 35 years old. He's going to start breaking down. It's the reason why San Jose let him go, honestly. I don't blame them. So Ropo made that team a lot different. But the Devils' flow is horrible. So I'm going to take the Stars. Probably 3-1, 3-2, something like that. Avs versus the Flyers. The Flyers have Lyon in net. Now, Lyon has tried to play in the NHL several times unsuccessfully. So I can't really be confident with that. So I'm going to have to lean to the Avs here. I'm going to say 5-2. Yotes versus the Hawks. I just did a video on my Patreon there about how what I think of the Avs. I'm probably gonna, I don't really like to say fades much, but I'm going to say fade because the Hawks are just coming off their bye week, so to speak. And, you know, getting the legs moving, stuff like that. The Yotes could win this game, but I'm actually going to lean to the Hawks a little bit here, maybe 3-2, but I don't really like the game because the Yotes I think they've lost 3 or 4 in a row. This might be a place for them to pull up their socks a little bit. Go over to the Patreon, check out that video. It's going to help you a lot. I'm going to be doing lots of videos like that over there, explaining why I make my picks, what teams I think I'm leaning to, playoff stuff, all kinds of stuff that can really help us all along. And like I said, I learned most of this stuff, a lot of the stuff from talking to people in the comment section and stuff like that. So we're helping each other out for sure. Knights versus the Preds. Knights on a back-to-back. They looked so good yesterday, though, against the Canes. I'm wondering if Fleury's going to start turning things around here. I had the Preds winning 3-2 here, but I'm going to change that. I don't usually like to go with back-to-back teams, but they looked so good last night. And DeBoer, I've talked a lot, very highly about him ever since he was in New Jersey. And I think he might have found his right spot here. He's a genius. He's a brilliant man. So I'm going to take the Knights 3-2. I'm changing my way of thinking because the Preds have not looked good. Rinne has not looked good. I'm pretty sure it's going to be Rinne and net. If it's Saros, forget about it. I'm definitely taking the Knights. Bruins versus the Wild. Bruins on a back-to-back, but Wild coming off their bye week. Now, Boudreau is the type of coach. There's like 3 or 4 coaches that I trust on a bye week. Torts, and Boudreau would be one of them, and maybe Sullivan, something like that. But I just don't think the Wild has it in them anymore. They're trying hard. Their best players are getting old, Stahl and stuff like that. And their younger players are just learning how to play more minutes in the NHL. So it's an odd combination in late in the year, now that the morale's starting to drop. And their goaltending hasn't been hitting hard. So I'm going to go with the Bruins 3-2 here. I would maybe take Wild on a PL. Another thing I'm doing over there, I told you I hit my parlay today. I hit my parlay yesterday. I'm putting my parlays over at Patreon. If you run on my parlays, I'm running very, very successful. You will make some dollars. See how I got the pen thing going again? There. Oilers versus Flames. I don't know. It's such an emotional game. I take one of them on the PL probably. I imagine it'll be tight. Smith is going to be in net, and Rittich is going to be in net, same as last time by the sounds of it. So the way the Oilers played last night, they could win this. It's just these emotional games like this, I tend to fade. Except for Philadelphia, Pittsburgh. You can. I don't know why I didn't go over on that. They're over almost every single time they play. Pittsburgh, the Oilers and the Flames, on the other hand, are under almost every. That's probably the best bet for this game is the under. They're almost always under. They're too busy beating each other to score. Ducks versus the Kings. Kings without Doughty. Ducks, did they lose to Tampa Bay? Yeah, anyways, I just for the heck of it, just take whatever team is going to give you a goal and a half. Take the PL on this. It's probably going to be a very close game. That's the best I can say about that. But the Kings play a strong defensive game, but they just don't have enough firepower to score enough to win. That's the thing. But they usually always keep it close. I guess I'm going to take the Ducks 3-2. Bolts versus the Sharks. Now, Bolts are coming off of just a ridiculous road trip. Not coming off of. at the end of a ridiculous road trip. The Sharks have no centers. I think Grandpa Thornton is going to be playing like probably 15, 20 minutes a night. I'm taking the Bolts 3-2. If it was almost any other team. By the way, go to BPAL Picks as well. We do videos over there. And me and B, Brian, and I'm Pal. That's Pearl of Wisdom. Clever, isn't it? I know. We came up with that all by ourselves. It was pretty cool. He mentioned that I was going to say something about that. Oh, the Sharks. The Sharks, he puts them in the category of Ottawa, Detroit, and I have to agree. They're pretty much at that place. What a wonderful present for Ottawa for the Sharks to shit the bed this season, since Ottawa has their first overall pick. And what a poopty thing for the Sharks to have to work with. Now that they have basically no veterans that they can trade for picks. Tough situation there in San Jose. We'll see how Wilson turns it around. I've been a fan of Wilson, though he's done wonderful things there, but I just think it's all catching up to him now. Well, that's my full 42%. That's all. Oh, we did like, subscribe, remember, get the arm up there. I'm gonna maybe do like a regimen, like we can work on that together. That's what I do. I like a exercise video where we do everybody do the like punch. Everybody do the like punch. Now the other hand. And subscribe. Everybody do the like punch. So yeah, we can do that. But if you could do that. We had 18 yesterday, and now we're going to get probably, 40, 50 today. That'll be fun. And then Gord at the YouTube there says that we will bring this, everybody will find out we're the finest in the land, because it's going to go to all the great places in YouTube. So let's do that. Have a great day. Lots of love to you.